Good morning. So before you start reading Act 4, Scene 1 of Romeo and Juliet, I want to go over subtext. So subtext is a word that gets tossed around a lot, but no one really understands. So subtext is the underlying meaning of of a character's thoughts or their motivations, and it's through either text or their dialogue. So, for example, read this sentence out loud. You don't have to write it down unless you want to, but read this sentence out loud. I'm glad you're here this evening. Now, this means, in its very, very general form, this means that you, as the person that's saying this, you're glad someone's there that evening. But when you emphasize or you say something a certain type of way, I'm glad you're here this evening. The subtext changes now because now you are implying that you're glad that that person's here, even though nobody else is. Same thing with emphasizing a different part of the word. I'm glad you're here this evening. By emphasizing the word glad, that's implying or indicating that you haven't always felt that way about this person. So on and so forth. So stressing each word or emphasizing each word changes the subtext of the conversation. It changes your thoughts or your motivations or your implications. So I'm glad you're here this evening means that you are glad that the person specifically is there because the others might bore you. I'm glad you're here this evening. Now it changes the subtext by saying, "Oh, you're reassured that this person is here. You're glad that the person is here, literally with you. I'm glad you're here this evening." Changes it because now you're happy that they are there on this particular day. I'm glad you're here this evening. This is the superior time of day for this. So there's another way that you can also kind of identify subtext, and that's through inflection or the way voices go up and down in pitch, influence, and it can change the interpretation of what we are either hearing, reading, or viewing. So the same sentence, but the inflection or the pitch, it will either go up or down. So what beliefs about Joe are implied by each speaker? So the first one, Joe didn't steal the book, did he? And now the second one, Joe didn't steal the book, did he? So you can tell by the inflection that one person, one viewer or one speaker might believe that Joe is already guilty, and that's the one where the pitch goes down. Did he? So it's kind of going. It's kind of like an unbelievable tone, whereas the one with the pitch going up, did he? It's more of a questionable tone. So this is just more practice. Now, I did not eat those cookies. So stressing or emphasizing each different word of this sentence will change the subtext. So when you do this, when you do today's assignment for Act 4, Scene 1, I think it might be best whereas if you follow along with the flip book, but you actually listen to the audio. Because with the audio, you could actually hear the different emphasis and inflection in the tones of the characters. No one wants to, reading to yourself might be fine, but unless you are reading with inflection and you're reading with the right expression, you might not catch the subtext. So for this assignment, I would recommend you you use the audiobook as well. And just for further practice, if you would like, say this sentence: "What if I told you you're boring?" You kind of read that in these 4 different types of emotions: angrily, disappointingly, happily, and disgustedly. Hopefully this helps, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.